Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at this Angelhalo. It is a 20-inch fan. Model number is LCFL20K2. It has 6-speed fan. It's 23 watt LED, 15 watt fan. It's tunable white. It has a 120 degree angle and it is a 25,000 hour rated life. If you look over here, it has 100 to 130 volts, 60 hertz. CRI rating 80. It's got timing, 120 degree. It's got app dimming, cool and warm lighting. It has an app and has 6 fan speeds, as we pointed out. And the brightness is 2600 lumens. Side also 2700K, 4000K, and 6500K lighting, depending on what level you use. When you open your box, inside there is a manual right here. Just bring these pieces out because until we open it up, we aren't going to know what they are exactly. Now this will require some assembly because right here are your blades. There are your blades, your hardware that you will need, your remote. It looks like another piece that you're going to need for power. Fan blade pieces. I believe they're fan blade pieces. We'll know when we go to put it together. Your actual fan itself comes in a couple of different pieces. And the lighting system that will require assembly. And that's everything that you will have. So this is actually not for the fan blades. This is actually the pieces that will go here like this to put your light together. So for the first part, you're going to take your motor and line this up with these 3 holes. You got to try to find and line it up like this. 1 hole, 2 hole, 3 hole. You have to line those up. Then you're going to take a screw and a nut, slide it through and bolt it down. So you have this one. They are little black ones that will slide through these 3 holes. Don't get your thumb on this. And your third one. So they should look like this. Then there's 3 nuts like this that you will use to tighten them down on the bottom. So it also comes with, it does not come with a screwdriver, you'll need one, but it comes with the wrenches that you'll need to tighten these down. So you just put your wrench on there and tighten it down because it's got to be tight. You don't want this thing vibrating loose. So once you know you got it tight, you go to the next one and just repeat that on all 3. So those 3 should look like this on the bottom, nice and tight on the top. Your next one, you're going to take these 3, take the nuts and the lock on the back off of it, slide them through these 3 holes, one at a time, and then screw that back on. And remember, you do have a wrench. It comes with 2 separate wrenches. Just make sure you get the right one to lock it down. So we'll put this in here. Slide this piece on. There's not a lot of room, so just take your time. You'll just go like that. You'll tighten it down. Make sure you don't cross thread it because it does want to go in there at an angle. Make sure you get it tight. And just repeat this process for all 3. Now, these actually need to go pointing down. When I was looking at it, I had it upside down. These need to be pointing down. So when you make sure all 3, if they're not, just spin them and tighten it back up. They spin real easy. Tighten it back up. But it should look like this now, kind of like a spider. Now you go take your lights, and these just snap into place. Basically, you just want to, they should just lock down in a spot as you do them. And you'll feel them kind of go into place. Now, if you're doing it and you're worried, oh no, those aren't held on by anything. Well, if you look at it, these spider legs, these are on top of the legs. So once they're clicked into place, this is not going to go anywhere. Next, you're just going to take your little fan blades. They'll just slide in here, and the tabs will click like that. Just go around it, do all of them, until you get them all done. And like I said, you should hear them click. Make sure you be careful putting these in there so they don't break. Hear that click? That's what you should listen for. When it's done, it should look like this. And your next piece, you're actually going to flip this over. Make sure not to damage anything. Watch your wires underneath. I suggest maybe bundling them up and putting them like this so that they don't get caught underneath this metal and pinch. Now you're just going to slide this on here like this until it goes down. See this line here? That should line up on this. So it will go across the T like that. That's how you know you got it lined up. Cross here, will be across there. Right there. See how that's lined up? That's how you know you have it locked in place. Take this piece here, and this just screws on like this. Now for this, normally you want to twist something on clockwise. This actually goes on counterclockwise. Read it on there, it tells you it has to go counterclockwise to lock this into place. You see I have the electric off because I'm outside getting ready to hang this. I don't want my electric on up here. I got to make sure that's turned off so that I have the outlet switched off. That's why it's dark in the garage. This is going in my garage. And I will mount this onto that. So basically, I'm just making sure there's no electric to it, and I'll run this. I'm putting this on, I'm trying to line the holes up, and then I will mount it. Depending upon what kind of junction box you got, it may only take 2 of the screws. Mine only takes 2. And I also had to get the screws that came with it. I had to get longer ones because this is in my garage. It's not in a normal junction box, so there was a gap. I happen to have screws that would fit, but depending upon where it is, where you're installing this, you may have to get longer screws or whatever, and then you just tighten this down wherever you need it. Now, if you look at the book, mine came already assembled. This is going to plug into your fan, which is your main one right here. This one right here. But these 3 will plug into this one. This one's already connected. Just remember where it was connected at. And you can disconnect it and hook these 3 in, or you can wait till you go to mount it and try to hook it in then. So you're going to do white to white, black to black, and then ground to ground. Then you're going to put the cap on them, and then up to you, but I tape mine as well because I like double checking everything. Because sometimes these can come loose, and if they do and something touches, it's bad news. So I have electrical tape here. I'll show you after I get this hooked up what it's going to look like. So I'll put the cap on, white to white, black to black, ground to ground. This part is a little tricky. You see I taped all those up. So what I got to try to do now is hold this while I wire these in. Remember the main one goes, this one actually clicks into here. Then these 3 will click into that. So I got these clicked in. Now you need to try to line these up. But basically this is wired up. These are going to be pushed up. This is going to line up with that. And then you got to try to spin it into place all at once. Once you got this lined up, you're still not done. You still have to go in from this side and get the remaining 2 screws. What I suggest, so this doesn't move on you, tighten those 2 up. Wind up in the hole, screw it in. Make sure you do all 4 of these. The next thing you want to do is turn your breaker on. Then when you turn the breaker on, you can turn on the light. And you see, okay, the light's working. So we know that part's good. I have to go get the remote to turn on the fan. So here's my remote. You'll notice it also comes with this piece. If you want to, you can mount this and just hang your remote up. So now we're going to test out the different features and functions on this. If we look at this, we can turn our fan on. Fan on and off right here. Levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll try it on 3. And there's air coming down. It's 3's nice. So try it on 6. Oh, there's a lot of air coming out on 6. That feels really nice. So you can also set a timer. Timer there. These are your levels. Turn fan on and off, adjust the button, or you can just go straight to a level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That way you can turn one at a time, or you can turn your fan off just by pushing that button. Okay. Moon will be a change your lighting there. So we'll change the lighting by pushing the moon setting. You see it becomes dim. Once again, I'll click the moon setting and it dims down for night. If I want to raise the light back up, I just go like this. See, there's a plus and a minus, so you can change that. That is its brightest setting. Very bright. And then I can go to the sides and change the setting also. Each of these has a different setting. See how it's becoming more of a yellow light? It all depends on the color. This changes the color of the light. This changes the brightness. So up and down changes your brightness. Left and right changes your color. So changing your color is left and right. You want different colors. If I go this way, it makes it more of a yellowish. This way makes it more of a white. This changes how bright it is. See, it's brightest setting and there's white. If I can do brightest setting on yellow is like this. I think I'd rather prefer the white right about in the middle. I like this. It's very bright and that's brightest setting. And if it becomes dark nighttime, just that one. I can turn my fan back on 6. And if I decide I want to shut everything off, you can turn the lights off individually, or you can turn the fan off individually, or you can hit all off and it shuts everything down. So if you want to download the app, you just go here, take a picture of it, and it will bring you to their app. Then you download it. You got to figure out whether you got an Android. So you want translate if you're depending on your language, and then you can download the app. So your fan lamp app will look like that. If you want to add something, you're going to hit plus and customize, because mine is in the garage, so I'm going to put garage. Confirm. So I can click on this. Please enter the device name. It's going to be fan. So now we're going to long press the device, which you can do on the remote, because when we go out to the garage, we'll show you again, there's a spot on the remote. It says long press that, and we'll go out there and do that. Here, it's telling you right here, set it up. We're going to put long press this. Long press the device to delete or edit device name. So we're going to try to set it up. So this is what it looks like on the app once you get it downloaded. I can adjust my fan speed right here. I can also adjust my light right here. So I can do everything that I can do with the remote on the app. So one last time, if you want to do the lights left and right, we'll change the hue of it, like a yellow, more white, more of a tinge white. In the middle is the brightest white right there. And then how dull it is or how dim. That's as dim as it goes. Well, that's as bright as it goes. And to me, that's pretty bright. Looks good. Plus, it's got a lot of, the air feels good. And that's only on level 3. I turn it all the way up to 6, get quite a bit of air. So guys, we're back for our final look at this ceiling fan, smart ceiling fan. Showed you how to use the app. Basically, the app does the exact same thing the phone does. So if for some reason you do lose your remote or the batteries go dead, you can use your app. We're going to mount this in the garage. Just 2 screws. Didn't feel like we needed to show you that. Showed you how to put it together. It's not hard to put together. Showed you how to hang it up. The only issue you have hanging it up is when you're trying to click everything in while you're holding it at the same time. Now, maybe you could let it hang, but I was afraid to try to do that because I don't like electrical wires just hanging like that. So I tried to hold it and click them together. But sliding the piece up into place and locking it is the other thing, because there's 2 units that we showed you that the plugs into, you want to make sure both of those are laying flat. What kept happening to me is the one kept trying to stand up, and when it did, it wouldn't lock into place. So you need to try to reach up, lay that piece down, and just twist it in place. Once you do that, it's easy peasy, just a couple of screws and you're done. Really like that. It's a lot brighter than I thought it was going to be, because it tells you right there 2600 looms. But the max is 6500. That's really bright. And it's actually, for a 20-inch fan, puts out a lot of air. I was really impressed. I want to give you the link for this in the description. Like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up. If you want a small, easy to install fan that's not hard work and has a lot of lumens and puts out more air than what you're going to think of, this is great.